And I'm Maya. Welcome back to the movie. I was thinking we could do it at the same time.
That's what I thought, but then, okay, should we start again? Should we try again, really? That never happened. Right. You start.
Welcome back to the
Movie Mood, where
podcast.
we get you in the mood for movies.
Yes.
Yay.
So we will work.
The intro's always going to be chaotic. It's never not going to be chaotic. Yeah, we've had a bit of a shambles, because first the microphone wasn't working. And yeah, it's been a bit shambles, but we're here now, so.
Yep. It's working, so it's great.
It's the beginning of January, so Happy New Year.
Yeah.
Happy New Year, everybody. How was your Christmas and New Year?
Very weird, because it didn't feel like Christmas. It was so random, like, I don't know. It was very just weird.
Oh, that's fair enough. It was. It kind of didn't really feel like Christmas this year, you know. I mean, it was still nice though. On Christmas Day though, I had a good day, Christmas Day though.
Okay.
But I mean, you celebrated it Christmas Eve, didn't you? Yeah. That's fair. I know people do that, so yeah. No, that's it. We had a good time. It was just weird, but it was nice. It was nice spending it just at home, small little thing. Yeah. You know, I didn't really want to be out rushing around on Christmas, you know. And then New Year's Eve. I was working New Year's Eve, so that was fun. Oh. Yeah, I've been very busy watching new series of Cobra Kai since then, because it came out on that was the New Year's Eve gift. So yeah, what about you? I don't know. Recently, since the new year, I kind of don't know what to do with myself, because it's like winter and it's like, it's very weird. January to February is a really weird time, because it feels like you don't exist.
Like, I don't know. Yeah, I didn't feel like existing. Like, what do I do with myself? But I'm good now, so that's good.
That's good. So, it's actually, wait, what's the date? It's the 4th of January, and we still haven't given each other our Christmas presents, and because we haven't seen each other since like we broke up from our academic studies, which is in like the middle of December. Mm-hmm. So do you wanna should we do it right now?
Live
on air. Okay. Yeah, yours is quite big.
Mine is like, okay, well,
yours also.
Oh my god, it's like wrapped. It's me inside.
Do you want to go first or should I?
You can go first, since yours is like tiny. Okay. Wait. I don't want to like make noise.
Yeah. Okay. We'll try not to like deafen everybody by like gonna.
She's starting with a card.
I'm starting with a card. I'm sorry I didn't get your card. Don't mind. I wrote you on the little label on the present.
Oh, okay. That's a bit.
Oh, that is adorable. There's a little dog with earmuffs on. That's so cute. Merry late Christmas. Yeah, it's fine. Late Christmas is still Christmas. Hope you enjoy your gift. Thank you.
And an open. Oh my god. I'm pretty sure you'll like it.
I'm sure I will. No, I don't like it. Whatever it is, I don't like it. No,
you're not gonna say that.
Oh, your wrapping is so good. I can't get it. You got me the movie. Oh my god, you got me the movie. Yes, I can add this to my collection. Okay, I think I talked about some of the other episodes, but recently I've been obsessed with Professor Layton. And there's a movie, and she got me the movie.
Because you talked about it so much, and then I was like, oh my god, I actually found it. And I was like, no.
Where did you find it?
Oh, that's a secret I'll never tell you.
That is actually amazing.
No, I found it online.
That's my next movie I'm going to watch. I've been wanting to watch this for so long. Oh my gosh, thank you. Yes, thank you.
You're welcome. All right.
Okay, yeah.
So should I open mine?
Yeah. Go on then.
Oh, okay.
I wrote thank
Maya. Thank you for keeping me. Heather.
Yeah. Thank you for keeping. You're like, this year's been very chaotic with who we're with at college and that, so it's fine. I was just talking to the mic to try and drown out the sound. There's a story behind this as well. So basically, I know your bag broke, and then I saw that, and I was like, I thought I'd get you like a new bag.
Oh my god. Wait.
No, and I saw that, and I don't know, I just thought of you.
Oh my god. Wait.
And then there's like stuff inside it as well.
I love it. Oh, wait, what's inside? Oh, more.
There's more.
Oh
there's more inside.
There's so much.
No, you're welcome. Because I thought, I know your bag broke, so I was like,
well, I'm literally tomorrow. You're gonna see me carrying that. Oh my god, it's obviously fluffy.
Yeah, I don't know. I know you like those kind of things.
I love that.
It's soft.
I love that. What?
I just kind of saw these and I just thought they were you, so I was like,
There's more. Oh my god, there's more. Oh my god!
I was hoping they'd be crystals, but that's the best I could do. they're like rocks, so you can like, and they're like it's got like a nice scent, and like you can. I don't actually know how it works, but I think you like set them on fire.
Oil. Like,
yeah,
it take a while. To
but yeah, that was just like a little silly thing that went with it. So yeah.
Oh, but okay. If I figure it out, that'll be quite cool.
Yeah.
The bag. I'm wearing that tomorrow.
I just saw it and I was like, yes. just finished rustling.
Chuck it in there. Fine.
Because I was trying to find it, because I know you've got like a fluffy coat like that, and then I couldn't find one in the same colour, and I was really annoyed. So I was like, oh, that would do.
I love that colour.
Oh, that's fine. That's
I was like panicking because yesterday I realised that I'm starting school tomorrow, and I'm like, I didn't order a new bag.
Well, now you have one.
But now I do. So
I'm glad. Thank you for mine as well. It's going to be my next viewing. If you follow me on Letterboxd, this will definitely be on Letterboxd, my review. And I'm sure it will be like a good review, but yeah.
The link in
Professor
the
Layton, it can't not be good, you know. I've actually heard it's quite good though.
Right.
Yeah, thank you.
Thank you too.
No, you're welcome.
I love the back.
So yeah, I guess that's Christmas officially over now in the beginning of January.
Yeah.
So ages ago, we promised we'd do a top 10 movies of 2021 that came out in 2021.
Yeah.
And then we never got around to doing it. I've just realised that was leaning on my button. It's fine. Anyway, sorry, I get distracted. So here we are, finally doing it.
Yeah, I'm second guessing my list. Like, I don't know. I'm overthinking it. Why?
I'm overthinking it as well, because I kind of knew what movies I wanted to be on there, but I kind of got to a certain point and I was like, so that's all my favourites, and now I've got to think of ones to just complete the list. And then it was kind of like trying to think of them in the right order. I'm going to say right now I have a joint, like a tie for number one, and I can't pick I can't decide number one, so I've just put them both for number one.
I've kept on like rearranging it because I want to keep like the movies I have for like the top 10, but I don't know the order to keep it in. And like, for example, like you agreed with me on this as well, is that like I put a few movies that are like 8th place, like 7th place. But I love them because they're amazing, but it makes it seem as if I didn't really like them. But it was just hard to like, I don't know where to place them. So they're quite low, but I absolutely love them. And like,
yeah, no, that's the thing. It's kind of, I feel exactly the same. It's like any of the movies that are honourable mentions or lower down on my list does not mean I don't like them. I love every movie that has made it onto this episode. But it's just, I love some more than others, but they're all literally, so this year's been overall this year's been really good for movies. I feel like it's been a really good movie year.
This one movie in a different order, but you know what, I did it already. I'm not going to change it.
Yeah, and
so I don't know.
So yeah, just be one. What we say on our list today, that rhymed, might not be our final like in like a month's time it might be completely different, but this is like, so let's just say as of today, the 4th of January 2022, this is our top 10 movies of 2021, but it's subject to change. Okay, so let's start with honourable mentions that didn't make it onto the list.
Also remember, these are our opinions, so
yeah, these are our opinions. These aren't, a lot of mine are kind of more entertainment value rather than kind of technical things. I mean, I will say though that this list would be different if I wasn't a media student. Being a media student has made me more critical of films, and I actually kind of hate it, but it's also interesting to watch a movie and see like all the cinematic things they do,
all the techniques and everything, but then like the enjoyment of it, because like I know my parents, for example, are like, oh my god, just shut up, Maya, enjoy the movie. But I'm like, ugh. Entertainment is like the main thing for priority. Me, but obviously a load of cinematic elements like combined to make it entertaining. But still, you can be watching a movie so bad that it's actually entertaining because it's bad, and then that could be one of your favorite movies. You know what I mean? I know what I mean. Yeah. I'm gonna go first. Okay, go on, you go first. So my honourable mention is Love Hard with Nina Dobrev. I love Nina. Especially because she played in the Vampire Diaries, and ever since then I just fell in love with her because she's amazing. The movie's like really cute, but like it's a bit cliche, obviously, because it's like a rom-com in like during Christmas.
And it has like all the cliches.
Yeah, but like I feel like sometimes you need a cliche, and it was just really cute. And what I liked about it, apart from the fact that obviously Leonardo Dobrev was like the main character, was that like normally in like rom-coms, still the kind of like great personality type is still like good looking, right? But like I feel like in this movie he was kind of more normal looking, whereas compared to like
a super hunk.
Yeah. And I just realized that usually in rom-coms, like still every single character is super good looking, but whereas in here it was more like normal, and I like that.
Yeah, that is nice. We love to see that.
Yeah, like with a great personality as well, and like she felt like she can be herself with him, and I don't know, cliche but cute. Yeah,
I've seen that one, but yeah. So I'm not okay. Fun little fact about me: I don't really like romances. I don't mind a bit of romance as long as it's not like sappy, like. Yeah, I don't know. Right. It kind of depends on the way it's handled as well.
I guess,
you know, it's kind of like I hate it when you're kind of watching, like if you're watching like an action movie, for example, and they throw in a romance just for the sake of it. It's like, no, it doesn't need it. The story's fine as it is. It doesn't need a romance.
Yeah.
You know? But I mean, obviously, actual romance movies, I get it. Some are alright because some aren't like, you know, really sappy. But it kind of depends on how it's handled, really. You know.
Go next.
Another honourable mention. I think you watched this one, didn't you? Vivo.
Oh.
Vivo. Yeah. She's so cute, like, but it was such a cute movie. It was like it kind of made me feel like a child again, and I loved that. I cried. It made me cry. Yeah. Also, really quickly, spoiler alert for every single one of these movies that we're going to be talking about. So, if we start talking about a movie, we mention a movie, can you put like timestamps in the description or something?
Yeah.
And then just skip to the next number or whatever if you don't want to hear spoilers for any of the movies. But anyway, when so spoiler alert, when he dies at the beginning, I was actually crying. I was like, no. And then the end where like they're dancing and then like he tips his hat in, I was like, ah. Yeah, it was, and the music's really good as well. I always appreciate good music in movies. Lin-Manuel Miranda is musical genius, but it was very distracting having him voice Vivo, because when I saw Vivo talk, all I could see was Lin-Manuel Miranda's face, because me being a theatre kid, I know his face and his voice very well. In the theatre world, you can't escape him, although he's a genius. But yeah, that was the only distracting thing, but it was a very cute movie, and I couldn't go this... it didn't make it onto the list, but I couldn't do this episode without mentioning it because I think it deserves more praise because it's very good.
I'm pretty sure that's it, really, unless I just want to put in Cruella, I guess.
Oh, yeah.
That was alright, yeah. And I guess, like, Free Guy, that was a well-made movie and it was entertaining, but just not as good to be, like, on my actual list.
Yeah, that's fair. I have one more honourable mention, and Don't Look Up. The one with like the A-star cast.
You see, I actually put it in the list.
Did you put it in the list? Yeah. So I really like this movie. I just kind of hate how the main promotion of it was like the A-star casting. You know, I kind of wish it kind of had lesser known
that's what I liked
actors.
About it.
Is it really? Yeah. I mean, thing is, they were all very good actors. They all played their parts really well. I'm not gonna lie, but I don't know. They were very good. They were very good. It was a good movie. It was very scary how realistic it was.
Yeah.
There was definitely a lot of effort that went into it rather than just, oh, haha, A-star cast go brr. That did not work out as I wanted to. Brr. Yeah, that was a bit better. It definitely had effort and thought and like emotion put into it. The end was very sad. I think you like my Letterboxd review for this. The first 10 minutes, I literally thought Leonardo DiCaprio was Jack Black. I'm not even kidding. And then when the opening credits came up, I was like, where's Jack Black's name? He's literally like the main character. And I was like, oh, it's Leonardo DiCaprio. Whoops. And then I couldn't unsee Leonardo DiCaprio for the rest of the movie. It was the big beard. Yeah. You know, it was a bit, once he shaved off his beard, he looked more like him. But I'm so sorry, Leo and Jack.
Right, so do we do number 10 then?
Go on then. Do you want to go first?
Yeah, so number 10, I have Dune.
Oh, I've been meaning to watch that, but I can't. Sorry, go on.
Because Timothy. Shalamalama. I was never obsessed with Timothy until Dune. When I watched Dune, I was like, holy shit. Is that Timothy?
Yeah.
Wow. And it was made well, like, thinking about it, it was like, very well edited. The whole like, it was made well, really well. But it was way too long. It was like 3 hours.
Yeah, that's
which
really
is
long.
like too long, because I feel like nothing really happened that much.
Because you watched it in the cinema as well, didn't you?
Like, I didn't sign up to watch a 3 hour 3 hour trailer to the next movie. It was just like a preparation for a second movie, which probably is going to be like also 3 hours. So I'm like, And also I feel like Zendaya should have had more screen time, but I get that, like, yeah.
Why she didn't. Yeah.
I know.
My number 10 movie of the year was West Side Story.
I didn't watch that.
Yeah, no, I love how both our number 10s we didn't watch. I've never seen the original movie from, like, was it the 80s, 70s?
Maybe.
But being an older musical, it still kind of felt like it was made now, which is weird but it still kind of had that nitty gritty feel, because it's quite a dark story. It still kind of had that nitty gritty feel of like what it was like back then, like racism and that. Yeah, it was a romance, but it kind of had other elements in it, like other subplots that kind of made it more than just a romance. You know, it's marketed as a romance, but it's not just a romance. It's got like serious issues of like racism, discrimination and that in it, and it's really deep. But being a musical, obviously I enjoyed it. The music was good. Yeah, I mean, I went to go see this because of my dad, because his favorite musical was West Side Story. He became obsessed with it when he was about my age, and when he heard this new musical coming, I was like, yes. The colour aesthetic of the whole movie was beautiful throughout. It maintained its aesthetic really well. It felt, I wasn't crazy about it, but you know when you just watch a movie and you're like, I can appreciate the cinematic sort of ways it's made. It kind of made me feeling a bit depressed at the end. And also the main character, another spoiler alert, do you mind a spoiler alert?
No, I don't mind.
The main character, Tony, he died at the end, and there was the lead with the Jets, who were like the American gang. He died, and I feel like I was supposed to dislike him, but I was so sad when he died, and I didn't care at all when Tony died. And it was like, why do I feel more sad about a character dying that I feel like I'm not supposed to like than a character that I feel like is the main character I feel like I'm supposed to like? I don't know. But it was just it was a good movie that I could just appreciate the creative sort of aspect towards it. It was a nice movie. Well done, Steven Spielberg. So, do you want to say your number 9?
Number 9. Okay, so The French Dispatch.
Oh, I remember you talking about this.
Yeah, I couldn't like find it anywhere like around where I live in England. But then I went to Poland. And then I was like, oh my god, The French Dispatch, I must watch, because everyone was like, that's like one of Timothy's best movies. And it's on my list because it's Timothy Chalamet. But I liked it a bit more because it was a bit more than June, because it was shorter and it didn't feel so long.
It didn't drag on.
And then also it was directed by Wes Anderson.
Oh yeah.
And I think he directed the Grand Budapest Hotel, and his direction is very impressive and it has its kind of own style, which I really liked, but it was kind of confusing in a way. I don't know. I feel like I wish Timothy had more screen time, but he only had like one short kind of story about him.
I don't know what it is about Timothy recently, but he's kind of been having like good roles that has no screen time, because in Don't Look Up he had very little screen. He literally came in for the last like half an hour.
I know. Also, I love the scenography. Wait, is that how you say it? Cinematography?
Yeah. It's like cinema.
The aesthetic, kind of.
Yeah. That's how do you say
cinematography?
That's it. That's how you say it.
I spelled it wrong. That's why I couldn't read it.
Well, you kind of spell it like as it's pronounced, I feel like. Well, you try to spell it as it's pronounced.
Scenography.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
It's not, yeah. So my number 9 is Black Widow.
Oh.
Yeah.
Mine is like higher up.
What, for Black Widow?
Yeah.
Yeah. See, the thing is, I really liked this movie, but there was more movies I just liked. Like, the thing is, this movie was good. A lot of people gave this movie slack, and I will not be here for Black Widow slander. This is a great movie. Fantastic. Yelena needs her own movie, and it will all be complete. Yeah. Acting amazing. sort of, I have no idea on the like lore behind this. My dad had to explain it to me, and once I kind of understood more what it was about and the background behind it, it kind of made it better. Just, I don't know, I just like a good girl boss movie, you know.
I put it quite higher up, but I kind of I was second guessing it. No. See,
it's personal opinions though, isn't it? It's personal opinions.
But yeah.
Okay.
Right, number 8.
Number 8.
Okay, I don't like that I put this movie in number 8. I wish it was higher up, but I don't know like what movies I would put lower. Yeah. If that makes sense.
Yeah.
So number 8, I put Tick Tick Boom.
Oh really? See, that's high up for me.
Andrew Garfield supremacy.
Hell yeah.
And honestly, I didn't know he could sing like that. And
Andrew Garfield was amazing.
I know.
I have fun with the character rather than worrying too much about the singing. But his singing was still amazing.
Still impressive, yeah.
Yeah, we can talk about Andrew Garfield more because he does appear again on my list. So we can have we're basically just like, we love Andrew Garfield.
It's
Andrew Garfield fan club. Yeah, we just tag each other in Andrew Garfield edits. It's great. Yeah, join the Andrew Garfield gang. We have lasagna together. Yeah. Sorry, Andrew, I had to do it. So my number 8 was Free Guy.
Ah, you see, you didn't make it to my list.
Right. He almost didn't. Guy almost didn't make it to my list. But then I was like, do you know what? It's just a fun movie. I wish I liked it more than I did. But still, it was just still a fun. It was just still a fun watch. It kind of had me invested. Yeah. It did get a bit confusing, but it was very well acted, very well casted.
Ryan Reynolds.
Yeah, Ryan Reynolds was great. It kind of reminded me. You could tell it was influenced heavily by Lego Movie, especially like lots of different movies, but especially Lego Movie. Like even just the character of Guy reminds me so much of Emmett. The whole scene where he wakes up in like his room and then he's picking out an outfit even though all his outfits are the same, and his coffee, like Lego Movie. It's just, I don't know.
The actor who plays Captain America.
I know who you mean, but I don't know his name.
Chris Evans, I think. I'm pretty sure.
Maybe.
Yeah. I was like, oh my god, wait, what? That was so random. Like, the 3 seconds.
3 second cameo.
Like, kind of looking at it, and he was like, what the hell?
Yeah.
And I was like, where did he come from? It's so random, but yeah.
Yeah, this is very much a movie that I just applaud on its entertainment value rather than anything else. You know, it was just a good movie to watch with my family, and that was you know, it didn't need to be anything else really.
True. Because I was like hesitant about it because my brother was like insisting to go to the cinema to watch that, and then like he showed me the trailer, and I was like, oh my god, but that's literally like a knockoff Lego movie.
It looks so cringy.
And it looked and then I was in the cinema and I was like, wait, this is actually funny.
Thing is, I think he knew how cringy it was and it played around with it, and I think they were trying to make it exaggerated cringy because non-player character, and he was very much like, you can't play me, I'm not important, but I'm still gonna live my life. I just hit my elbow on the table. Right,
number 7, I put Don't Look Up.
Oh, okay, yeah.
I originally put it in 6th place, but I decided to put it in 7th.
Fair enough.
Spoiler alert, they looked up.
They did look up.
Yeah. I don't know, it was interesting, and my dad was like saying how it's kind of like a documentary, like.
Yeah, it does feel like that.
It was like very scarily realistic, like the fact that it could happen,
especially because it was shot like a documentary.
Yeah, and kind of just like showing that not to believe too much in the media and kind of have your own brain and just like watch. I don't know, like, you know, use your brain basically, and don't believe everything you hear.
Yeah.
And I know you didn't like the fact that it was like such main like well-known cast. Yeah. I haven't seen a movie like that in a while, and I loved like seeing Leonardo, which is like one of my favorite actors, and then
Jack Black.
Obviously Jack Black. Obviously Jennifer Lawrence. We love her.
Yeah, we do. So that's the thing. I suppose, to be fair, maybe I was too harsh on that. I think maybe also the fact that it's people we recognise made it sadder because it's people that we're familiar with. And the threat of the world's going to end, and surprise, they did look up. It kind of makes it more realistic because it's people that we know. Mm-hmm.
There wasn't an actor I didn't like in that movie, and I liked. It was such a. I never thought like they could be in a movie together, but I feel like it's a perfect kind of cast. And
no, I agree. I think their acting was really good. They all played their characters really well. Yeah, I agree. They did what they needed to do. Like, I never thought I'd hate Meryl Streep, but here I am hating Meryl Streep in this movie.
What about you?
Oh yeah, well, I had to speak. My number 6, I know you haven't watched this one. I don't know, maybe you have actually, without telling me, but In the Heights.
I was going to, but then I never did.
Yeah, that's fair. To be right, so yeah, In the Heights. This was a movie that my friend was like, "Do you want to go see In the Heights with me?" I was like, "What is it?" And she was like, "It's a musical," and I was like, "Okay." Like, I didn't know anything else about it. And being a fit kid, I probably shouldn't have known about it earlier than I did, because I feel really embarrassed I discovered it through this movie. But you know, better late than never. And it is cringy, but it's fine because it's a musical and it's just a good time. It's emotional, but like, to be fair, when I say it's cringy, there's only a couple moments where it's like, but it doesn't take away from the film. It makes it enjoyable. It's just a good time. It gets you invest in the story. I think people who are religious are going to feel a lot more emotional at one particular death. There's a death in it, than other people, because my friend, she is religious, and there was a character who died and her send-off was quite spiritual, and I didn't really feel it as much as she did, and I don't know whether that's just kind of a observation, but I was kind of saying to my mum, like, I don't know why, like, she cried and I didn't, and then she was like watching it, she's like, that's probably why, because she can kind of make that connection. I think it's just a good movie just to lose yourself in and just have a good time. You know, the music's great. Love the music. Had the soundtrack on repeat after I watched the movie. Very proud of myself being able to rap all of the fast rap bits. Yeah, it's worth a watch. It's a good movie. I think it's kind of hard to explain, but I think the other thing I would say is the character of Vanessa, great actress, but her singing voice sometimes is more like, I'm in a musical and I'm singing, rather than kind of like putting emotion into her singing, you know? Also, you know the girl who voices Mirabelle in Encanto? Yeah. She's in this movie. She plays, I can't remember her character's name, but Stephanie Beatrice, she's great. She's only a small part. She's kind of like a side character. But she's great still. Yeah, so worth a watch. It's just a good time. Right, they do everything they need to do in a movie musical. They kind of take the location and the setting and the atmosphere and do what they can't do on stage. There's this whole dance bit in this like massive pool, and it's so visually amazing. And one watch that scene, like, this is exactly what all movie musicals should do. Like, this understood the assignment, you know. Take the universe and expand it onto screen that you can't do on stage. It was great. It was really great. Right? Yeah, number 6.
Yeah. The Electrical Life of Louis Wayne.
I've never heard of that.
Kind of watched it because my brother was like, oh my god, cats. Because basically it's about like an artist who was like obsessed with like making like cat portraits and like.
You might have told me about this actually.
Did I?
You might have done. I'm not sure. I
don't think I did. I was saying
if it wasn't you, it might have been someone else.
But I don't know, I love the movie, and it just kind of showed that even like the smallest things can motivate us in our lives, like in some ways. And it made me cry because it was, I don't know how to describe it. It was like I put down like a melancholic biography of like an artist who is like battling his mental health, and it was very like touching, and the love story honestly made me cry, and the cats were amazing. And spoiler, a cat died and my brother was in tears.
Oh, it's always worse when like animals die.
It's the fact that like the main character lost his kind of like wife, and then they had like a cat together, and the cat, it was also very like heartbreaking, and the creative aspect made it very like engaging and fascinating, so it wasn't like boring, sad,
and it was like unique.
And Benedict, I can't pronounce his surname.
Cumberbatch.
Cucumber.
Benedict Cucumber.
His acting was amazing, and if he doesn't win an award for his acting in that movie, then I'm gonna be pissed. Like,
he's great. Yeah,
that's all. That was a lot, but there you go.
It's fine. Honestly, just leading off from you saying about Benedict needing an award, I just quickly want to go back to something I've forgotten in The Heights. Anthony Ramos, get this guy an Oscar. His performance was the best in the whole movie. That, and I can't remember his name, but the actor of Sonny, he was great. I love Sonny in this movie. But yeah, Anthony Ramos was amazing. There's this one bit where he's singing through the window, and all the dancers in the opening number, all the dancers in the window, and every emotion is hit. Every emotion that needs to be hit, he hits. Yeah, shout out to Anthony Ramos.
Anyone who does the Oscars listening,
yes, give Anthony Ramos an Oscar.
And Benedict.
And Andrew Garfield. There you go.
Yes, especially.
Those three, and we'll be happy. Thank you, Oscars, for listening to us. Okay, so number 6, I put Cruella for number 6. I thought this was I think this movie's here because it pleasantly surprised me. I watched the trailer and I was like, do we need this? Like, why is this movie needed? And oh my god, it was so good. I watched it and it was such a pleasant surprise because I wasn't expecting to like it. Emma Stone is amazing.
Yeah.
I loved the cameo of John McCrea, and fun fact, he played Jamie in the original. Everybody's talking about Jamie in West End. And there's a reference to one of the songs in there because there's a song called Work of Art, and he says something that's like, I make art, and when I say that I mean like work of or something like that. And I don't know, I love that little cameo, that little reference. He was great. Every character was so good, so well acted. I think this movie was just kind of one I wasn't really expecting to like.
Yeah,
but I did.
Because I was like, oh my god, why do we need a Cruella movie? Yeah. But then I feel like Emma Stone made it good. Because I was like, she's not. Before going to the cinema, I was like, there's no, like, I don't see her as being Cruella. Because like she doesn't look like she could pull off playing Cruella. But then
she became Cruella.
She became her.
Emma Stone needs an Oscar. Yeah, she was phenomenal. The casting was great. It was really interesting as well, seeing like the origin and how she started off like actually loving puppies, and like how she never actually killed those puppies to give her the name the puppy killer, but she kind of took it on because she was like, oh well, this is my reputation now, I guess I'm just going to go with it, even though I never actually killed any puppies. No, I thought it was actually really well done. Well done, Disney. You surprised me this year. Disney have released a movie this year that I didn't really like, and that was Raya and the Last Dragon. So I was kind of a bit. So after Raya, I was kind of because I think this came out after Raya. I think I'm wrong. I'm not sure, but I think I was a little bit like, Disney haven't really been doing that good at the minute, so I'm a little bit worried. But they pulled it off, and it was. I respect them for it. Number 5.
Now for number 5, I kind of, before filming this podcast, I was like wishing I put it lower down, because now thinking about it, I don't know if it deserves to be so high. But I mean, I liked it. I can't really complain about it. So number 5, House of Gucci. I don't know. I feel like I wish I could have kind of switched it with Tick Tick Boom, which I put in 8th place, and if I kind of put Tick Tick Boom in 5th, House of Gucci in 8th, but I was like, this is too complicated, so let's just go with
leave.
But what I loved about the movie was obviously the cast, because it was the amazing Lady Gaga and Adam Driver, which I didn't think they would work so well together. And like, I watched it with a friend, and she was like, oh my god, the sex scene amazing. And she was telling, she like, oh my god. I was like, Jesus. But yeah, very well casted, and it was made well. The shots, acting, like, wow. But again, it was like nearly 3 hours long, which is, I feel like is a little bit excessive.
Yeah.
But then I get that it was basically based on a true story, and they wanted to like fit in the whole story of like the Gucci family. But again, I can't complain because Lady Gaga. So that's all I'm gonna say. Thank you. Right.
That's fine. I haven't watched that. I will probably again watch that when it comes out free, because I've heard it's very good. I've heard it's
your parent.
Yeah, I don't know. I'll probably try it, but I'm not in a rush to watch it. Yeah. But I'll just probably watch it if I've got nothing else to watch. But also Lady Gaga is great.
Basically, because it's like on a kind of true-ish story, because of like how Gucci was made and like the family, and so that was quite interesting actually. But yeah.
Okay, great.
Number 5?
My number 5 was Spider-Man: No Way Home.
Should I put it? I don't know.
Okay, all right. I mean, I'm not a Marvel fan. I usually watch a Marvel movie and go, don't really get it. But this movie, even if you're not a Marvel fan, it just makes so much sense. That's what I really like about it, because I don't really... My biggest problem with Marvel is that they make their stories too complicated, but this was a nice, straightforward story. And yeah, it had like links to the other movies, but as long as you kind of have like the basic knowledge of Spider-Man, you can kind of get it. Loved seeing my boy Andrew. He was the best Peter Parker in the movie.
Yes.
Tobey Maguire was great as well, but Andrew Garfield really stole the show for like the half an hour he was in it. But the other two Spider-Man, also I did warn you guys about the spoiler warning, so sorry. You kind of can't really talk about this movie without addressing the elephant in the room, which is the three Spider-Men. Andrew Garfield was...
I love your review on Letterboxd. I read it yesterday. And then the ending where you were like, I'm so disappointed. I'm giving it 4 stars because they didn't recreate the meme.
They didn't recreate the meme. I think I watched it in 4DX yesterday, actually, and it was great in 4DX. And on rewatch, I realised that Tobey Maguire and Andrew Garfield's Peters have more chemistry than MJ and Tom's Peter. But yeah, no, it was great though. Great acting, great special effects. Like wow. The costumes, like that one suit was amazing.
Yes.
You don't have to be a superhero fan to appreciate how good this movie is. I can't really explain it. You just kind of have to watch it and just immerse yourself in it. It's so funny. Oh my god, I was crying laughing. It's so funny. I always appreciate when they put humor. It wouldn't be the same without the humor. Great action. I'm really embarrassed that I love this movie as much as I do, because I always
put it so high up.
Yeah, I wanted to put it higher, but there's other things that just kind of took it for me. I'm really glad that I appreciate it as much as I do. I hope my dad is proud of me for like enjoying one of his films. Yeah, just see the hype is real. Just see Spider-Man No Way Home if you can. Yeah, it's hard to explain how great it is. It's just, you just kind of immerse yourself in it and you're like, wow, this is a good movie.
Okay, so we're on number 4, and you might hate me for this, that I put it a bit lower down and I didn't put it like on first place or something like that. Luca and Mitchell's vs. Machines.
Okay.
That's my 4th place, and I'm battling which one's the better animated movie.
Right.
Like we talked about Mitchell's vs. Machines in like the previous episode, so I'm not gonna go on a rant about it, but it's a very fun family movie and literally designed to watch with a family, because every single family member will like find it funny.
Yeah.
And then Luca is just so cute, and I was crying. I love it, and
it's hard to not love Luca.
I put like the you know the scene where Albert. Oh my god, I can't speak. Alberto,
yeah,
is standing next to the fireplace near the ending.
Yes, yes.
I was in tears.
Yeah. I know. I was sobbing. I couldn't watch the credits because I had blurry eyes.
I know.
I couldn't. I remember like re-watching the credits, and I heard the credit song, and I sprawled again, and I was like.
And then I found a review on Letterboxd. Gay Little Italians.
Yeah, I saw that as well.
Much.
Hell yeah.
And yeah.
We need like a series of them growing up, and then one day in the future they get married.
Imagine.
But honestly, alright, I actually think I should talk about that, because I was listening to an interview of one of the screenwriters for it, and he said that he just wrote it like not necessarily as like a gay allegory, but just an allegory for anyone who feels different. Which is, I see it as both. When I first watched it, I saw it definitely as a friendship story, and then I heard people like, this movie's so gay, and I watched it again and I was like, hell yeah, I can see the gay allegories. And like there's that one line where it's like, some people will never accept him, but oh my gosh, I need to rewatch Luca because I haven't done it. I've watched it like 6 times. I need to rewatch it again. But
I watched it twice.
Hey, I've watched it more times than you. Oh, ow,
okay.
Ow! Yeah, sorry, I just hit my knee on the table. Sorry about that. Yeah, that some people never accept him, but he knows how to find the good ones. And Julia is like the. Also, I love how Julia never freaks out when she finds out that Luca's a sea monster. Like she's just kind of like
she accepts.
She's just like, of course, but like she's more worried about him than kind of scared, because she knows that there's actually going to hurt him. So I think this is a really good movie because
she trusts him.
And I think it's really good that different people can get something out of this, if that makes sense. But anyway, this is actually higher up on my list, so we can probably talk more about it when it comes up. But yeah, so we're on number 4, right?
Yeah, number 4.
Number 4, Tick Tick Boom.
You see, I wish I could have, like, I wish I switched to, yeah, okay.
Yeah, so
this is why I put on my list. I'm gonna have to go with this.
Wait, actually, I can tell you're stressed because you're like.
I was literally thinking about
all the arrows on your page.
And then I literally, because it was like on the page, and I was like, no. And I still walked on it as well. No, that was like a few seconds ago.
Oh no! You're actually having a nightmare. Look, all the highlighters rubbed off. You spill water and all the highlighters come off. I'm actually going to take a picture of your page to see if we can, like, upload it somewhere. But yeah, so yeah, Tick Tick Boom, cinematic masterpiece. I don't need to say anymore. It's just the whole grunge period. The whole grunge. Oh, stop me, you laugh. Okay, the whole grunge effect, like the kind of colour scheme. It's very kind of like gritty, but it still somehow feels like comforting.
Yeah.
And music's great. I've been able to do the whole of Therapy. You know, it was like, if I were you and I'd done what I'd done, I'd do what you do when I gave you the ring. Have you said what I said? Yeah, I'm actually really proud of myself. I did that whole thing.
Do you know which song is stuck in my head? I'm not gonna sing because I hate singing, but it was like the birthday.
I'll sing it. They're singing happy birthday. You just want to lay down and cry, not just
because it's like on my TikTok, and I'm like, stop! You're making me
90. Yeah, honestly, that song.
It actually was like on my feed page on my birthday.
That is so sad.
Why?
That song's actually really sad though, because he's worried about dying early, and I swear he died like in his early 30s.
I think he's worried. Art was kind of killing him.
It's really sad. Also, fun little fact, you know the Michael, he actually survived. Real Michael, he actually survived. So there's a little, nugget of wisdom and hope. Even though, R.I.P. Jonathan Larson.
I was also listening to a podcast and they were talking about Tick Tick Boom, and apparently Jonathan Larson, he was taking like insurance photos of his apartment, and like the director of the film found the photos and he like recreated it bit by bit.
It's really amazing how much you can tell how much Lin-Manuel Miranda cared about this project and how much he cared about Jonathan Larson because he put his whole soul into this movie, and you could tell because that swimming pool in that one scene. Yeah. Apparently, that was an actual pool that Jonathan Larson went to and swam in. And I don't know, just the little things. It's just amazing. I saw this comparison of 3090 of Andrew Garfield and actual Jonathan Larson, and it's amazing. Like, Andrew Garfield even looks like Jonathan Larson. It's amazing. It's incredible. Just every colour scheme, every aesthetic, every movement is just perfect. And
the fact that he recreated every single bit in the apartment to make it look the same.
Yeah,
was like, well done.
It's just the amount of care and effort that went into it. It makes me emotional talking about it because it's just so lovely. And I think I definitely appreciate it a lot more as a theatre kid. But it's still a very good movie that anyone can enjoy no matter what you like.
I'm not a musical fan, but I appreciate this movie.
Exactly. And it was kind of made that you don't need to know a whole lot about musicals to have an emotional connection with it.
You just enjoy it.
It just makes me emotional talking about it. It's just so, I wish it could be higher, but like again, there is other things that made it high up the list. But I really hope this movie wins at least an award of some sort because it deserves it.
At least Andrew for his act.
Yeah, exactly. Andrew Garfield, man.
It's his year.
I can't express how amazing Andrew Garfield is in general, but especially in this. And it's actually really sad because he went through like a whole year of vocal training just for everyone to ask him about Spider-Man, which is kind of sad. But I was sobbing at the end. I remember my grandparents came around for dinner and I was up here while I was waiting for dinner to be ready, and I came downstairs and I had tears in my eyes and they were like, what's wrong? What have you been crying about? I've been watching a movie and it made me cry, and I was like, I'm sorry. So yeah, please watch Tick Tick Boom. It's on Netflix. It's really worth it. It's worth every single minute. I really cannot express it. So good.
Number 3, I put Black Widow.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I don't know, I was depressed when I watched it because I wasn't a Marvel fan, and that was kind of like the first Marvel movie that I enjoyed watching. And, you know, we love our girl boss moments.
Yes, we do.
And my 2 favourite actresses were just casted in one movie. And I swear, Marvel casting Florence Pugh was like the best decision ever made. Yeah. And we deserve a Yelena movie.
We do.
Period.
If we don't get a Yelena movie, we're going to storm Marvel Studios.
Honestly, sue them. But
sue Marvel.
The intro song was like stuck in my head the whole entire year. I think it's like Teen Spirit by Nirvana.
I can't remember, to be honest.
I think that's the song. But it was literally stuck in my head all year. And even right now, like, hello. Yeah, I'm not going to sing because it's terrible. But that's all.
Yeah, it's a great movie. So my number 2. Wait, number 3.
See, because I met so many crosses.
Yeah, you're confusing me now. Honestly, number 3. This is quite unpopular, and although this movie technically isn't perhaps as well made as some of the others, I absolutely adore it. Again, probably from a theatre kid point of view, everybody's talking about Jamie.
I forgot about this.
Yeah, this movie, I love this movie. And
I'm so annoyed at myself, sorry.
Yes, maybe it doesn't have, like, you know, the budget of Spider-Man or, like, the direction of Tick, Tick, Boom, but I don't care. This movie rocks. I love it. I remember I was lucky enough to go to the world premiere of it in London, and I was so late. I was like 2 minutes late, and they're so glad they let me in. And I was running all the way through. Like, I got there and I was panicking. I was like, oh, because our train was late. But yeah, that's a whole other story. I cried twice. That scene where he's sitting with his mum and he's sitting there and they're singing to each other and they like overlap their sitting. The music's so good. I'm going to see the stage show in April. Buzzing. And I've heard some reviews from other people and they say that it's close enough to the stage show to be faithful to the show, but it changes things to make it better for screen and sort of adapt and kind of make it its own rather than just a copy of being on the stage, you know, which is actually, and it makes me more excited to watch the show because I'm not going to just see the movie on stage, you know what I mean? So hearing that makes me feel quite good about going to see the show after I've watched the movie. Max Harwood, every movie, this is his like first screen debut and he killed it. He killed the role of Jamie for his first, this is what I mean, like we need newer actors, uprising actors, because Max Harwood is going places. Shout out to him. Yeah, the teacher annoys me. The teacher can get in the bin.
Honestly, I was just like, just smack her.
Yeah, just every cast is so good. You could tell that the special effects, like in work of art, the special effects in work of art really blew me away. Yeah, just so good. Just made me smile. I had a massive smile on my face the whole time when I wasn't crying my eyes out. It's just so good. It's on Amazon Prime for free if you have a subscription. So good, yeah. And apparently as well, I heard that you don't actually get to see him in drag on stage. So in the movie, they put him in drag, which I'm really glad they did. And yeah, honestly, Max should consider taking up drag. He killed it. And I think because it was a smaller release on Amazon, it kind of wasn't really like blown up and promoted as much as it should have been. It kind of got forgotten about, and I'm really sad about it. But I will defend everybody's talking about Jamie until the day I die. Massive, yeah. And also it's based on a true person. I think you know this, but yeah, it's based on a real person. So shout out to real Jamie Campbell. Obviously he's gonna be listening to this. No, but yeah.
But also the fact that TikTok Boom is also that it really hits, you know.
Honestly,
about...
and like when it came up saying this is a true story, I was like, oh no. Anyways, what are we on now?
Yeah, number 2.
Oh,
I put Encanto.
Hey, yes.
I watched it. When did I watch it? 2 days ago.
Yeah. You messaged me. I'm going to see Encanto today.
I cried at least 3 times, probably more. The music was so good. I love what's her name? I love Louisa. I love Louisa's song. I don't know. It was like
under the surface.
I loved it. I'm so annoyed that I I missed the song where they were singing
We don't talk about Bruno.
Yeah,
no.
I missed that song because I had to go to a toilet because I literally drank my whole... Well,
that's the best song. I'm mad at you for that.
I literally, on Letterboxd, I put it 5 stars because I enjoyed it.
Yeah,
and
I put 5 stars as well.
It made me cry so much. I think this is like a animated movie that made me cry the most for some reason. Also, walking out the cinema, I was crying again. I don't know why, but I feel like the movie just got me so much.
It really hits the emotions.
Yeah. That's all.
Yeah, is that all? Yeah.
I'm just like perfection. I don't even
the way you just turned and looked at me, you were like, and that's all. Just a little smile.
Yeah.
Okay, so my number 2, Mitchell's versus the Machines. Yeah, just it just blows. I just kind of saw it on Netflix. I was like, yeah, okay. Oh my god, so good. Mm-hmm. I'm so mad this wasn't a cinematic release. Because
imagine in this. Oh whoa.
Netflix has kind of taken over Sony now, and it's really sad because Vivo came out on Netflix even though it's a Sony movie. Mm-hmm. And everyone's thinking that this is a Netflix movie, and I'm like, no, it's Sony, but Netflix just took over. And yeah, it's just so every like cinematic making of it is so good. Like with the art style, it's beautiful. Mm-hmm. Like the 3D combined with 2D, and it's edited to make it like it's like one of Katie's films.
Yeah.
So funny. This movie is hilarious. I mean, we mentioned that we've talked about this movie already, but for anyone who hasn't listened to it,
in the previous episode,
it's so funny. And you can listen to the previous episode if you want to hear us like waffle about it and fangirl over it. But yeah, just it's on Netflix right now. Please watch it.
My number 1 is number 1.
Drum roll.
I put Spider-Man.
Hey, yes, hey. Where it belongs, to be honest. Yeah.
Yeah. It's just there. Andrew Garfield, man.
He was the best character in that movie.
He was. I was literally meeting up with like a group of friends from my previous school, and they were saying like how Andrew's not the best Spider-Man. They were saying like, what is wrong with people who like Andrew Garfield as a Spider-Man? Like, obviously
they're not cultured.
Tobey Maguire is the best one, and then somebody said no, but like, what about Tom Holland? Obviously he's the best, and I was like, oh my god, who am I friends with? Like, I like Andrew Garfield,
just
the best one. Him.
Don't say anything like that. I just saying Andrew Garfield is just enough.
Yeah. I never understand Marvel movies because they have so many like links.
That's literally me. Yeah.
To previous movies, but this one, I understood it. Funny, good action. Even my mum enjoyed it. And she hates Marvel fighting scenes, for example, because she finds them really long and like boring and excessive. This movie had a perfect balance of fighting and then like action and funny moments.
I really wish I could have put this higher, but because it deserves to be higher, to be honest. But I just couldn't abandon the movies I have put higher. So, I love this movie so much. It inspired me to go watch it in 4DX, which I'm so glad I did. It was really good. It was really good. It was there was like a bit where when he gets a spidey sense, the whole seat was like rattling and stuff. It was really good. The whole scene where he's fighting Doctor Strange in like the mirror universe, that was great. That was my favorite 4DX bit. But yeah, Spider-Man No Way Home, the hype is real. It's definitely worth the hype. My number 1 though, I think thing is that I kind of have like more like sentimental connection to my like higher choices, and that's why they're up there. But drum roll. So this is a tie. I've got a tie between Luca and Encanto. Luca and Encanto.
Encanto belongs. I mean Luca as well.
Yeah. So Luca, it's just I love how simple it was. People are complaining that it was bad because it was simple, but that's what made it good.
Yeah. It was like a light storyline.
It was just a fun story. Like animated movies should just kind of be able to take you away from reality and just make it like I saw someone reviewing the new Dear Ever Wimpy Kid movie, and it's animated, and it was like, since when did animation get more dull than real life? And it's like, but that's like the complete opposite of what Luca does. It takes you away from like real life, and it just kind of invests you in this story about these like gay little Italian boys. no, well, however you see it, I don't know. Just these little Italian boys just going on a little adventure around Italy, wanting this Vespa. And it's just such an easy story to indulge yourself in. I think the whole thing about like the allegories, you can interpret it however you want.
That's what I kind of like about it, because it's simple and you don't really need to use so much brain power.
Yeah,
and it was just
it's just enjoyable. Such a fun movie, and it's like it's so simple, but it struck more emotion. Like Soul was good, but it was trying really hard to be like a little story about these little Italian fish made me cry and more emotionally invested than Soul was trying to do. I haven't cried at every Pixar movie, but I've definitely almost been there. I've like teared up. Pixar just does it. Pixar's best movie. I was gonna say in a while, but probably period. It's gonna be like my new hyperfixation, and it still is. I'm still very much obsessed with Luca. I have a little Machiavelli toy, a little cat. Love the little cat. And when, oh my gosh, spoiler alert, although you probably know this by now, when Luca betrayed Alberto, when he outed him and he was like, sea monster, and I was like,
wow.
Yeah, so
I think my dad even like teared up a bit.
Yeah, it's like you can't. If anyone tells me they don't like Luca, just no,
get out.
Get out. There's a door. Get out of it.
The door.
And then Encanto. Yeah,
I love it.
I really thought nothing could beat Luca this year, and then Encanto comes along, and that's why I've tied it with Luca because I think the music makes it better. The music is so good. It's honestly, I'm telling you, Lin-Manuel Miranda has every single one of his movies this year has appeared on my list. I think. Yeah.
Tick Tick Boom.
Tick Tick Boom. Vivo's on my honorable mentions. Encanto, In the Heights. Yeah, I think that I might be missing one, but yeah, he's had one hell of a year, and his movies have been really good for me this year. I've loved every single one. In my review on Letterboxd, I put how like everything is perfect, but I really wish like Camilo got more screen time, especially just like Pepper's side of the family. But the thing is, I understand why they focused on the characters that they did. Like Isabella and Louisa, like in their anxiety of being like perfect and them always needing to do something. But
showing family is important.
Exactly, and I understand why they did focus on them, and I feel like if they did focus on the other characters, it kind of would have been a bit of a time waster. But I want either a sequel or a series or both, so we can see more of the other characters. I also really think it sort of relates to like our generation as well. I'm really glad Disney's starting to make movies for our generation because but also like that other people can enjoy but still but kind of they're kind of like changing with the times, and they're self-aware of what they need to do. And yeah, like I say, watching Raya and the Last Dragon, I was a bit worried because Disney I didn't like Raya that much. But this comes and and now I'm really excited for what Disney does next. The characters, it's funny, music's good, story's good.
I can't say anything bad about it.
No, honestly, I literally can't think of one bad thing about it. It's so good.
Perfection.
There we go. That is our list. Oh, I don't know why I said list like that. That's our list. Top 10 movies of 2021 that came out in 2021. I have a question for you though. Is there anything you're looking forward to next year, whether it's movies or series? Or...
I don't know what's coming out, but I really want to, from like 2021, I really wanted to watch King Richard because apparently that's very inspiring. And then I also wanted to see the new Matrix because I love Matrix, but apparently it's really bad. So I don't know. So those are the kind of movies I still want to watch. And what about you? Is it Sonic the Hedgehog too?
Oh yeah, my yes, you guessed it. I never thought I'd see the day when my most anticipated movie of the year would be Sonic the Hedgehog 2, the second one. I watched the first one. The first one was good. It didn't blow me away.
Yeah.
But just watching the trailer of the second one blew me away. Like, I feel like the first one, they kind of played it a little bit safe, which was fine. It was a cute movie. But this one, they're taking risks, and it's really going to pay off because they're introducing my boy Tails, and Knuckles looks so cool. And I'm really interested about how he starts off evil with, like, Eggman, and Eggman kind of is starting to look more like Eggman and acting like Eggman, and yeah, I don't know, I'm just buzzing. I'm so excited for Sonic the Hedgehog. I'm dragging my parents to see it because we were in the cinema waiting for Spider-Man to start and all the trailers are coming up, and the trailer came up. I was like, I'm taking you to see that. I think everyone in the cinema heard me say that, but yeah, Sonic the Hedgehog 2 is the movie that I'm most excited for next year, definitely. And if you don't believe me, go watch the trailer. You'll see what I mean. There's probably people like pulling a face at me right now, but just watch the trailer, especially like the end bit of Knuckles, and it's like, just really quick, something I want to add about Encanto is I loved how Louisa's character, she was like she was muscular but still feminine. Because I can't speak. Masculinity is often portrayed as masculinity. And I like how she was still feminine. She still had a pretty hairstyle. She had a pretty dress, and I don't know. And I just really liked what they did with, and like the moral of the story was great as well. And also, I'm pretty sure that Mirabelle's gift is the house. She is the house. Like, her gift is the house. She's like the house guardian. So when she falls, the house falls. When she builds it up, the house builds up. And also, all the doors were blacked out before she put the door knob in, and then all the houses lit up again. All the doors lit up again for all the rooms. And I don't know. Just something else I wanted to add on, but...
masculinity, or like the person that has the strongest person, or that has the gift of strength, is usually a male, whereas in here it was a female, but you said it was portrayed feminine.
I really like that. Like the diversity and everything, and because this is already a really long episode, I've realised, but just something else I'm quite looking forward to as well is Lightyear, the new Pixar movie. That's like the origin story of Buzz Lightyear. I don't know, it looks quite interesting. I'm not really sure what I'm going to think about it. It might be Cruella, I'm a little bit sceptical, but then I'm like, wow, you know.
Good,
and a series I'm looking forward to, Umbrella Academy season 3.
Oh my god, yes! I want to see what season coming out.
I don't actually think there's a proper date. I think it's just I think it's just summer 2022, but I'm buzzing. I've been waiting for season 3 for so long. So we'll see. Oh, apparently there's Avatar 2 coming out as well.
Oh yeah, I saw that.
So that'll be interesting, which has been promised for like years and years and years, and it's finally coming out.
I think we should probably close off.
We've been talking a long time, and honestly, a lot of the things we've said, we're probably... I mean, a lot of the... See, I can't even speak now, I've been talking that long. A lot of, like, our thoughts, we probably aren't going to say now, and we'll probably, like, talk about it at a later point. And also, our list probably change in the future, but as of today, that is our top 10 movies of 2021. Remember, it's all opinions. Sorry if your favourite movie didn't make the list, but... thank you so much for listening. Is there anything else you want to say?
No, not really. I don't know. I think that's about it.
Okay, well, we've been your amazing humble host, Heather.
And Maya.
And
thank you so much
thank you for listening. See you next